Anderson County. This is Councilman Brett Sanders from District 4, Vice Chairman, Anderson County Council, doing a recap on June the 1st, 2021's council meeting. We started our council meeting with resolutions and proclamations. We had a resolution to honor and recognize Whitefield Fire Department on their 50th anniversary, 50 years of protecting and serving the citizens here in Anderson County, and we greatly appreciate that. We also had a resolution to congratulate the Rennes High School track and field team for winning the 3A championship. Once those were done, we adjourned and then started the regular council meeting. First thing on the council meeting was a report from the Finance Committee, which I am chairman of the Finance Committee. So I'll briefly go over some of the things we had sent before council. All these were unanimous from the Finance Committee. A transfer or housekeeping on some meals for $2,500 for the Saluda River Rally. Imagine Anderson, the Bassmasters Classic 2022 events host, and some high school world finals that was, I don't know if they were overlooked, but we just switched the money over there to make sure those were fulfilled like our obligations required us to. We also voted unanimously to send the budget third reading to council. And I was excited about that. I'll hit a few highlights on our budget that I think the people of Anderson would like to hear. So first and foremost, there was no tax increase in the new budget. There will be no tax increase in the new budget. There were 5 new employees for the Sheriff's Department. We had 1 building and codes position for a inspector that was filled. That'll be good to help expedite some of the things from building and codes with an additional inspector. We also were allowed to give our employees the 2% raise from the study where it keeps us current with inflation. So all of our employees in Anderson County will get their 2% raise, which was, I think part of them were held up last year. So they'll be getting that effective July 2021. The budget also had the Sheriff's Department implementation of round 3 of those raises, which helps the retention rate for our deputies here, and it's good for our Sheriff's Department and the citizens as well. We also provided some money for capital and projects for our Kids Venture, the Civic Center, the ACEC, the Anderson County Entertainment Complex, which is 30 years old and in dire needs of improvements. There was also $125,000 allocated for building demolition for some of the abandoned buildings. There is $920,000 in the Home Program Grant Fund, plus $835,000 in the Brownfield Grant Fund. There was also the American Rescue Plan funds are budgeted so that the county can begin construction on much needed sewer projects and improvement and growth projects around the county. And there was also, like Councilman Graham's district and Councilman Wilson's district, you have a lot of municipalities in those districts, and they have a lot of pressure on them on rec funds and some funding of that nature to help the cities and the little townships with their needs, and that was increased, I think, $10,000 per council person, so that will allow for more special projects throughout the county to be funded. Actually voted to bring in Seth Ridley. He was brought in to fill temporarily for Lacey Kroger, our clerk of council. She's having some health issues, and it was mainly a formality because they have to be able to sign certain documents and things of that nature. So Seth was, or Mr. Ridley was brought on to fulfill that obligation. And then we had a couple of zoning changes, which 2 of them were in my district, going from, there was a 1.03 acre tract and a 1.25 acre tract that went from single family to RD residential duplex that There were some concerns in the neighborhood surrounding it, but the HOA met and unanimously decided to support the project with the terms that there would be some restrictions on another or larger piece of property that the property owner owns. That went through. I just asked that prior to third reading that those restrictions and covenants or restrictions on that piece of property be in place prior to third reading. There was also a 1.08 acre tract from C2 commercial district to S1, which is service district, in Williamston, which is Miss Wilson's district, and she was in support of it, said that actual zoning change would help the property to fit in better with the area. That was approved unanimously. There was also a request to take an 18.07 acre tract in Miss Wilson's district as well, from planned development to residential agriculture. That passed unanimously. And there was also 21-036 was an ordinance to amend the section of ordinances on our stormwater, which came as a request from DHEC, requesting a change in our stormwater ordinance to modify the program to better fit DHEC's regulations and standards. After that, there was a bid for an ACTC contract, a resurfacing contract. Actually, three of them, 117 through 119. I know the people will be happy about that, but let's see here. That was 1.337 miles in Williamston, the Malden Street, Cherokee Road, Malden Street. There was also a section in the town of West Pelzer, West Stewart, and Marguerite Street. And there was also a 0.35 mile track on Bowie Street in Star that was approved tonight. It was a total of 2.36 miles of paving, and a local contractor here, Pickens Construction, won the bid, and I'm glad to see that it's being local, going to a local contractor. And after that, we wrapped up the meeting, and everything's seems to be nice and running smooth here, and I hope to continue. Like I said, we got that budget passed. That was a big deal. I know that Councilman Graham has got some EMS requests for proposals and things of that nature. That's going to be a huge concern for Anderson County, for the protection and quality of life here in Anderson County, and he's got a big task coming before him, and I know he'll do a great job, and that will be coming up hopefully in the next couple of months. So I appreciate everyone tuning in, and have a great day. Thank you.